Making progress.
Yeah, and I'm just flipping this up. I'm not removing this
Right.
because I don't want it,
Well,
you know.
got a lot of driftwood to pull out of here. Be good for furniture making. Swimming hole's looking good. But time to get the old floaties out. There you go. I can give it a stompy.
Yeah. Pretty big chunk.
Stick it in there. Let's pile it up and I'll jump on it. Where? I can't see the container. I put my hand in your shoulder.
Yeah, do. It's gonna get hurt. Push on.
Jody got a lot of work done today on this area. You know, when it's hot, we like to go down and float and swim in our swimming hole, so it's nice to have this all opened up. It was all these branches were hitting us in the face. All this maple suckers on my little trunk down there were hanging way out over here. This is all overgrown with ivy. These flower beds are full of old leaves and debris and weeds and blackberry bushes, and just made it look so much nicer. Let's take a quick walk down here and see what's up. Oh yeah. So everything from the beachhead down there and our little harbor that goes out that way when the water gets a little lower, and our little trail that goes over here to this flat spot over here. Everything from that area up to this little platform is stairs that we made just out of rock and jabbing some concrete and using some gravel. And we wanted that to be a lot more rustic because it's right down by the creek. But this little hill going back up from here back up to the house was pretty steep, and it was two different levels, or I'd say two different pitches. It was really steep down here where we had to make the stairs a little bit taller, and then it leveled off and went up the rest of the way where we were able to use a little bit shorter stair riser. So that's what we ended up with here, and it works really nice. When we first bought the place, it was very hard to get down to the creek. It was a slip and slide down a hill, and it really overgrown, a lot of trees and stuff, and this has really made it really nice and enjoyable to go down to the creek. Anyway, she did a great job getting this cleaned up today. I'm loving it. This railing is just a 2-inch synthetic jute rope because it doesn't mold or deteriorate and stretch. And these posts are just posts I got at the farm store, and I put these rings on them. The ones down there are just cheap posts that are pounded in. But this one was interesting. This was a maple tree that was leaning out over our garage and clearly not doing well. So we had it cut down, and it turned out the whole base was hollow. And it was a good thing we cut it. It could have eventually fallen on our house, our garage. So it was kind of right where I wanted to post, but not really able to pull that stump out. So I just put the post right in the stump and filled it up with concrete. Actually very, very, very solid. But we still got a lot of, as you can see the video I was shooting earlier, we get a lot of suckers coming out of this old dead tree stump. Obviously not that dead. It'll cover this whole path before spring. So yeah, we have to keep cutting that back every year. That's okay. Looks nice and natural that way. Well, our beach area is still pretty small because the water's still kind of high. But in the next week or two, we'll be able to get out to around this area. I've got a path that leads over here to kind of a little rocky bar that comes out here that we can set our bench on. And then this out here, that and the lovely little still spot out here, that's our swimming hole. And as you can see, we got a nice view of the rapids up there. 3 sets of rapids, 3 or 4. Down this way, a little more shallow and bubbly. We get a lot of heron, we get a lot of little water birds, we get a lot of little white diving ducks, bald eagles. A lot of fish out in there as well. About 6 feet deep in the middle of summer, right through the middle, out to these areas. Perfect for floating. We're kind of down in a little canyon, so you're looking up at tall trees all around. Anyway, got our walkway pretty well cleaned up. Jody got it all nice and neat and cut down a bunch of stuff so we can get to our railing and our stairs instead of having to trip over a bunch of maple suckers and ivy. What are you working on over here?
I am building up my rocks along the stairs.
Okay.
I'm going to build up my rocks here so I can plant my box hedges. I've got 3 box hedges that I want to plant in here or down the wall next to the stairs.
So where are you getting said rocks?
I'm just relocating a few rocks. All of these rocks have come from our property. We haven't had to buy anything because
This is a one rocky property.
it's a rocky property, which I love rock. That's my favorite thing. So I'm just
Grabbing
moving-
something down low and
moving rocks from low and just moving them up a little higher.
take a few more steps down. I want to see how you've been working these rocks. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
and it's kind of cool. It goes all the way down, all the way around on that side, and then it's doing that on this side too. And it's just lining the stairs,
Yeah.
and because this is like a rock garden, kind of sort of. But it does look cute.
So we did these stairs a few years ago. We'll have to do a video on that. You know, we weren't recording anything back then, but I'm sure we got some good pictures of what we were doing, and it's mainly pavers. I believe they're 18 by 24 inch pavers, and you can see we just did a little bit of a stack. So we did a little digging out, we pounded some rebar, we threw a lot of concrete underneath them, and we started at the very bottom and just worked our way up. Just had a level to get them flat and add more concrete, and just kept going and going and going until we got all the way up to the top. This is what Jody's working on right now, is she's adding rock along the side of them just to hold everything in nice and tight and make it look a little bit more rustic and give her a separation for flower bed or where she can plant her plants going up, so it kind of separates. This is kind of a steep hill, so we like to plant things that have roots that are good for ground stabilization. And so we're leaving stuff like ivy that likes to hold on to stuff and get deep into the ground. And so there's the house up there. So yeah, looks like she's looking for a rock. She's rock hunting. I wish I was as strong as you are.
That's why you married me. Beautiful.
Arm day.
Okay. Nice and locked in. It's really helpful.